Welcome to the Town of Hingham's community meeting. Tonight, we have a presentation from the South Shore Habitat for Humanity. We are providing information about the home development on Whiting Street. I'm Jim Hall, a member of the Board of Directors for South Shore Habitat, and I'll be moderating the session tonight, so we'll be entertaining questions when we're done with our presentations. Joining me tonight are Beth Lyons, the Executive Director of South Shore Habitat, Noreen Brown, Director of Project Development at South Shore Habitat, and Joe Regan, Development Officer for South Shore Habitat. And most importantly, we also have Adam Sayer from Harbor Media, who has been helping us get ready, coaching us, telling us how to do this, and making sure that we have a great session tonight. So thank you very much, Adam. Without further ado, let's begin. Beth, take it away.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's unfortunate that we can't meet in person, but we are excited to share with you information about the project and how you can get involved and why this is so important to the town. We look forward to working with the community and bringing 2 families home. Personally, this project is very special to me. I grew up in Hingham, and my family still is in town. It's hard to believe that after 35 years of servicing the South Shore, many people are still unaware that we're right here in your own backyard. We are located in Weymouth, and we're an affiliate of Habitat for Humanity International. We serve 35 cities and towns, and we're one of 17 affiliates in the state. South Shore Habitat has built 61 homes in 21 communities, and 3 in Hingham. So we're looking forward to our 4th and 5th home. So the towns, as I mentioned, we serve 35 cities and towns from Duxbury to Quincy, Easton to Medway. I'd like to share a little bit with you why this project is so important. Right now, the South Shore is experiencing an affordable housing crisis. Today, construction of single-family homes and multi-family housing is at its lowest point since the 1950s. And to make the issue even more urgent, housing costs have increased 6-fold since 1980. It's the largest increase in the nation. As Hingham residents, you are fortunate to live in a beautiful community that offers opportunities for families to thrive, great school system, outdoor activities, and so much more. However, the steep rise in housing costs and low inventory is creating a serious challenge to the quality of life in Hingham. Hingham housing costs are one of the highest in the nation. The median cost for a home in Hingham is $900,000. That has increased $100,000 in 1 year. And the average cost to rent an apartment is $2,700 a month. These high costs have made it really impossible for low-income families to live in the community. In fact, you would need to earn $72 an hour to afford an apartment at $2,700 a month in Hingham. Today, 1 in 7 families is spending more than 50% of their annual income on housing. This leaves little left over for food, healthcare, and other important necessities. When families are unable to buy good food, their health diminishes. When they're able to afford health care, the costs are going up for everybody in the community. Unfortunately, the term affordable housing has a bad connotation. It's often misunderstood as meaning the projects. What it really refers to is that no more than 30% of a person's annual income is spent on housing. Without affordable housing, our younger generation and low-income families will not be able to find affordable places to live. That will not only close the doors of opportunity for these families, but it will also impact the local workforce, which will have significant implications on the local businesses and economy. Clearly, homeownership and rentals are out of reach for many of the families, including teachers, police, and EMTs. The town of Hingham recognizes this issue and is working really hard to create more affordable housing opportunities for low-income families. We are honored and excited to work with the Affordable Housing Trust and the community to build 2 affordable houses on Whiting Street. I'd like to turn this over to Noreen Brown, who is our Director of Project Development, who can give you more information about the project.
Thanks, Beth. Like Beth indicated, this will be a partnership with the Town of Hingham. The Town of Hingham Affordable Housing Trust will be donating a parcel of land located at 302-304 Whiting Street to South Shore Habitat for the construction of 2 single-family affordable homes. These Cape-style homes will be 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and approximately 1,300 square feet. Our typical homes are ranch, Cape, and colonial designs. The Habitat construction model utilizes volunteer labor and garners community involvement and support, allowing local residents, businesses, and organizations to actively participate in the project. South Shore Habitat will adhere to all town, state, residential building code requirements and will seek out all required permits for the project. Many people wonder who qualifies for these homes. We do not give our homes away. The mission of South Shore Habitat is to provide home ownership opportunities for low to moderate income wage earners. Our homes are designed to be simple, decent, and affordable to build while remaining affordable to maintain. Our homes are energy efficient and utilize materials that minimize future homeowner maintenance and upkeep. These homes will be available to households earning no more than 60% of the area median income. These limits are determined by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and the program is monitored locally by the Department of Housing and Community Development. The income limits typically adjust annually and are adjusted for household size. You can see here on the next slide what the current income guidelines are. We do require minimal annual gross income of $37,000 and the maximum income per household. A household is determined by the number of wage earners in the household. Habitat family partners are selected through a competitive process based on their ability to pay, willingness to partner, and need for adequate housing. They get a 30-year affordable mortgage. Their monthly housing payments, including property taxes and insurance, are typically at or below 30% of the household income. We do a credit check, employment verification. We'd like to see a consistent housing payment and financial review very similar to a mortgage application. Typically, these homes cost $850 a month, including property taxes and insurance. It is anticipated that South Shore Habitat's Family Selection Committee will begin outreach efforts to inform eligible households of the housing opportunity in the spring of 2021. Marketing for family selection is done throughout the service area, locations such as libraries, typically libraries, town halls, churches, and public areas. All the information will be available on our website at the time the opportunity is available. One unique difference between these homes is that there is a deed rider that remains with the property. In the future, when this homeowner goes to sell their property, there will be a maximum resale price on the home, which will maintain the affordability of the home forever. I'd like to turn it over to Joe to talk more about volunteer opportunities and fundraising.
Hello, Hingham Harbor men and women. My name is Joe Regan, and I'm a development officer for South Shore Habitat for Humanity. I live locally on the South Shore, so I have a lot of interest in making it a great place for family, friends, and visitors. And to me, part of making a great community is ensuring, as best we can, that local families are in stable homes so they can put down roots, prosper, and partake in the civic and social elements that make for great neighborhoods. The wonderful part is we can all play a role in this process. In fact, we like to say that Habitat doesn't build homes, the community does. So I'm going to take just a few minutes to share a couple of the ways that the Hingham community can participate in a life-changing process. So, how can you help? I'm going to touch on a few here. Volunteer with us, gifts in kind, and financial support. So here's a picture of a few very generous people and groups of people that are giving their time in support of what we do. I'm going to speak a little bit specifically now about construction and build days. A few notes of interest that people may not be aware of. It takes about 500 volunteers for every home we build. Family partners themselves volunteer their time to help build their home, and very importantly, no experience is necessary. Habitat is built on a volunteer model. We do as much as we can with volunteers so our staffing needs are not as great and our outside labor costs are reduced. Volunteer labor helps us build a house more affordably. Makes sense, right? So I'm going to talk a little bit now about build days with respect to both teams and individuals that come to our site. We regularly host groups of all kinds: corporate teams, congregations, and faith groups, civic groups, schools, and more. The great thing, as I've said, is you don't need experience at all to participate. We've seen all levels of experience, from office admins to 30-year construction professionals. And having personally hosted dozens of teams, I can say that everyone goes home happy. It's a really fun day that makes a big impact on the lives of the families who will call this house a home. It literally changes their lives. And maybe the experience will change something in you. Corporate build days are a very popular team building experience. And to say that your company partners with one of the most well-known, well-respected nonprofits in the world is a very good thing. So if your company or group wants to join us for a build day, please contact me. I'd be happy to help you in setting that up. We also offer days for individuals, so you can come by yourself, or perhaps you can buddy up with a friend, a family member, or a work colleague. To find individual days, simply go to our website, click on volunteer, and press the sign up button. Look for the days marked individual build day, click in and register. Please note, however, that if you were to click at the current calendar, it would reflect build day activity at our Easton site. Here's a couple of pictures here of people joining us on our build site. So next, I want to talk about the opportunity to volunteer with us in a way that is really special to the Hingham project. We are setting up a committee just for Hingham residents. Members of this committee will act as ambassadors within the town, helping to spur greater engagement and participation, tapping into connections, volunteering at the build site, and perhaps support us in fundraising. If you have a particular trade or talent you can offer, all the better. Come on board. We'd love to have more boots on the ground. Next, I want to touch on something that has a huge impact on the success of our project. That is gifts in kind. A gift in kind is a charitable donation of products or services. For some businesses, it's the giving method that fits them best. Someone might say, Joe, I can't write you a big check, but cabinets are my thing, and I'll donate the cabinets for your Hingham home. Maybe I'll even install them. Or maybe someone owns a paving, a roofing, or landscaping company. If it's a product that goes into the new home, or someone, if it's a product that goes into the new home or a service that will help make it happen, we can probably use it. Going back to something I said earlier, anything we don't have to pay for reduces our costs and allows us to build the home more affordably. So gifts in kind have a dramatic effect on our bottom line. If you or someone you know has a product or service they can donate, please reach out to me. Financial support. Next, I wanted to say a little bit about making a financial contribution to the project. You, your company, congregation, scout troop, or anyone else can make a donation of your own this very evening by visiting our website. Once there, click on Donate, then the Donate button, or Donate Money button. From the drop-down labeled Gift Destination, you can earmark your donation specifically for the Hingham project. You can make a one-time donation or choose to give monthly and become what we call a hope builder. A second way to raise money is what's known as peer-to-peer fundraising. Using our platform, you can set up a fundraising page in your name or the name of your group and have others contribute to your page. This is a great project for individuals or groups of all ages. You know, in this current socially distant environment, people are looking for ways to stay connected, stay positive, and productive. And peer-to-peer fundraising is something you can do entirely online. Just set up a page and forward the link to friends or share on social media. We'll have details on setting up those pages on our new peer-to-peer platform soon. A couple of other opportunities to donate. We have Giving Tuesday coming up December 1st. Please consider giving locally by donating to us. Employer match. Whenever you donate to us, please consult with your employer or your significant other's employer. Many of them will offer a match to your donation. Cars for Homes. You can donate your car, truck, motorcycle, even a boat to benefit South Shore Habitat for Humanity. Just go to our website, click donate, then donate a vehicle. I just want to make a quick mention of our events, which help us tremendously in a few ways. They help us be personally engaged with our supporters and have a little fun, help us to recognize some really special relationships, and raise money through ticket sales and sponsorships. So each of these events offers a way to participate yourself or support through sponsorship. Our High Heels and Hard Hats Gala is June 18th. In September, we have the Stride for Habitat, which actually begins and ends in Hingham. And we have our annual golf tournament in October. Thank you so much for your time. I began my portion of this program by addressing you with the name of your town mascot. By definition, a harbor is somewhere that provides shelter. It seems fitting to be partnering with all the harbor men and women of Hingham on this project. Together, we'll provide shelter for 2 local families. We'd love to hear from you. My contact information, along with Beth's and Noreen's, will be available at the end of this program. So please feel free to reach out. Thanks again.
I was just checking to see if we have any questions, and we do have a few, so let me go over them and I'll direct them. The first one I think is a good one because it sounds like somebody wants to make a donation. If I make a donation, can it specifically be used for the Hingham project, and is it tax deductible? Yeah?
Yes, you can certainly make a donation specifically for the project, and it is tax deductible. We welcome
Excellent.
any donation, and we look forward to, working with the community to build more donations to help us build this project.
Very good, very good. Joe, I think this one's for you because it's talking about in-kind donations. Do you only accept new things as in-kind donations, or can I, if I have something good that's used, can you use that?
Typically, we only use new material in our new construction.
Right.
For time there, we did have a restore where we took used items, which raised a lot of money for us. But we've shuttered that operation. And we want to give our new homeowners the best they can have, including new products. So while we appreciate the offer, it's we go with new in the new homes.
Okay. A couple more around build days. First one is, when will the build days be posted for Hingham, and when can we sign up?
Well, typically in the early stages of the project, when we're sort of breaking ground, perhaps, then we'd begin to load our calendar with dates that are available for build days. And it will be very simple. We'll have an online calendar. We'll have the dates available. You just click in using our online platform. But at any time, if you needed any help or wanted general information about joining us for a build, you can call me or anyone on the staff. We'd be happy to talk to you about it.
I'd like to add one thing to that, Joe. I think if you're looking for timing, we anticipate construction on this home starting this summer of 2021. So it'll be a while. Once you see, we'll be doing more announcements as we come closer to starting the construction.
Great. That was a follow-up, which is, when do you expect to start the build?
Yes.
And also, if somebody's interested, can they get on the list to be notified when we're going to start the build days? So if they want to sign up, is that possible?
We send out a monthly newsletter. If anybody's interested in getting involved in or receiving the newsletter, you can go to our website and sign up for the newsletter, and we will keep everybody informed as to when we're starting to sign up for the builds. At this point, it's really important that we raise enough money to pay for this project, because we don't want to start the project and then have to stop in the middle because we don't have enough funding. So that's where we are right now, is trying to raise the funding.
Very good. This is another good one, and I actually know the answer, but I won't answer to this. How have things changed for bill days during the pandemic? And I think Noreen and Beth and Joe have all been involved in that, but Beth, maybe just hit the highlights a bit, because I know we spent a lot of time figuring this out.
We did. Of course, volunteering is very important to us, but so is safety, and we take that very seriously. We normally have anywhere from 10 to 12 volunteers on the site at a time. We've reduced that to 6 for social distancing. We have also made sure that we have all the PPE and cleaning supplies available. Everything has to be cleaned at the conclusion of the build day. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we are no longer providing lunches, so people will have to bring their own food. However, we do have plenty of water on site.
Very good. Thank you. This is a good question too. How can you build a 3-bedroom house for $200,000 or keep it affordable? I mean, when you look at the prices of homes in Hingham, that's a huge difference. How do we do that?
Noreen, you want to take that one?
Sure. We sell the house below market value, so the home will be sold for about these homes are slated to be sold for $185,000. So between the lower price of the home and the donations and the volunteer labor, we managed to keep the costs as low as we can. Typically, a house this size would easily, I would imagine, be about $500,000. So the cost to build up. We use we build very simple, decent, and affordable homes.
Right. Yeah, and being a board member, I can elaborate a little bit on that. You know, in-kind donations are huge. It brings the price down. The volunteer labor brings the price down. And then, you know, of course, we effectively buy because we do this a lot. So as Noreen said, we're really building the house below market value and selling it at cost, because we don't make a profit on the house. And that's why we can make it affordable for everybody. Excellent. How about once somebody buys the property and moves in, can they rent it out, or can they move out and sublet it, or can they rent it to somebody else?
No, they cannot. The hope is that, you know, they'll pay it forward. So if somebody's in a position where they're able to move on and move up, we're happy for them. That means the program worked. And then we want the homes to be sold to another family. Having said that, on a resale, as we sell the homes for 60% of the area median income, there is a little bit of a bump, because on a resale, they get to sell to a family who earns 80% of the area median income. So there's a little more room in the sale price. But the town donates this land, and the home remains its affordability in order to keep the town with their 10%. There's a mandate that the state has that each town set aside 10% of its housing stock for affordable homes. So we do our best to keep the homes deed restricted, so there is no rentals allowed.
It also protects the town's investment in this project. I think one of the things that I'd like to share is that we're really proud that many of our homeowners have paid off their mortgage. Noreen, do you know the exact number?
I think this year alone, we had another 4 people. I'm sorry, in 2019, we had 4 families pay off their mortgage. But
that means people are staying in their homes.
They are staying in their homes.
That's fantastic.
90% of the homes we've built, the families are still in the homes.
Now, for the ones that want to move out, you touched on this a little bit, Noreen and Beth, but so what happens when an owner does want to sell? Can they just sell it to anybody they want, or does Habitat or the town get back involved? How does that actually work?
We do get involved. We help the town in the deed restriction. It lists the monitoring agents, and the Department of Housing and Community Development, Habitat for Humanity, and the town of Hingham are monitoring this home. So at the time they get ready to sell, they need to notify us, DHCD, and the town of Hingham. We usually step up and help them sell the home.
Nice.
But the state does have guidelines. I think they have to find somebody within 90 days and sell it. And they help determine the price through a resale price calculation that is predetermined at the time that you purchase the home. Right.
Now, in terms of how we select homeowners, are families the only candidates? Do you have to be a family? Can it be a couple? Can it be single parent families? Are there any restrictions on that?
It does not have to be a family. It could be a single person or a couple, or, or a family with children. The state, because this is mandated by the state and there is an oversight, they like to see the bedrooms filled. So sometimes we build 2-bedroom homes, sometimes we build 3 and 4. There are habitats that have been built a 1-bedroom home. I'm not sure if we've done that in the past, but we do try to fill the bedrooms in the home. So there will be usually family, or actually it's a household, people living together.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but the basic is, if you know somebody, if you're on here and if you know somebody that's interested, whether they're a single parent or 2 parents or a couple without children or with children, if they're interested, they should apply, because we're always trying to help out families in Hingham and the South Shore. Yes,
I'll add something to that, Jim, that there is a way from our website, like many websites, if you go to sshabitat.org, you'll get a pop-up and it will invite you to register for any type of communication that you like. One is home ownership. If you just check that box, when we do let the world know that we're building a new home, you'll get the email.
Excellent. Thank you, That's excellent. Now, in terms of volunteers, are there any restrictions on who can volunteer? I have a high school son that would love to be involved. Is there a minimum age restriction in terms of this? Joe?
Get that? There is. There's many ways that that the community, large and small, can support us. However, on the construction site, you have to be a minimum of 16.
Okay.
So you can come if you're 16, but as a person who's not yet attained the age of 18, you would need to have a parental waiver to attend.
Okay, here's an interesting question, and I actually don't know the answer to this either, but so what do you guys do in the winter when it's cold and you're trying to build a house? How do you volunteer when it's cold?
You dress warmly.
Well, usually we try to make sure the home is weather tight by winter, which is why we're plugging along on our home in Easton. We're just hoping to get the roof on next week and get the heating in. And then usually we try to make sure we have inside work in the winter. We did get behind with our Easton build due to the pandemic. We were shut down for most of the time. The rest of the world was shut down. So we're really pushing now to get the roof on and the building buttoned up so we can have people inside when there's some heat in the home.
We do have heaters too that we will put in the home when they're buttoned up. You'd be surprised at how warm you get when you're really working hard. And our construction team likes to make people work hard. So, and people seem to not mind being in the cold.
Very good. There's a kind of a follow-up question that just came up for that too. You said that I don't have to know anything about a build. Will they actually teach me how to do building, like construction and carpentry and whatever?
Absolutely. We have skilled construction managers leading the project, and they enjoy teaching. They really do.
Yeah, and I can actually answer from my own experience. That's true. I helped build a cement front stair, and I've never done it. And the construction manager was just great. Taught us how to do it. In fact, now I've done it again for myself. So you can learn a lot. And if you're interested, it's really kind of fun. If you schedule yourself, if you got a home improvement project, we'll tell you when we're doing certain things on our build, and you can make sure you're there to learn certain things that you can use at your own home too. That'd be kind of fun.
And it's really beneficial to the homeowners because the homeowners really learn about their house as they are building it.
Yep, very good.
I was just saying to our family partner the other day that they're going to have a perspective on their house that nearly no one else has. Yeah. They're going to look in a corner and say, yeah, I remember the weekend I stubbed my toe over there, or, I did something over there, or they're seeing it from the very ground up. And as we were just saying, such a high percentage of our homeowners stay in their homes. So 30 years on, they'll be still saying, I helped build this house.
That's excellent.
It's also a good education for the homeowners, because when you move into a house, if you've never been a homeowner, everything is new. And our homeowners move in and they have some some history and some background, and they know how to fix things because our construction team has taught them.
Good one. Yep. Let's see if there's any other questions. I think that's it on all the questions. I don't know, anything else to add? Beth, Noreen, Joe?
Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. We're always available and we'd love to talk to you. If you're interested in helping us out with the fundraising for this project, please also contact us. We're really excited to get started, and the sooner we raise the funds, the sooner we can get started with this project.
Excellent.
I'd like to say I live in a neighboring town, and as Beth said, Hingham's a wonderful town. You have a lot of great people there, a lot of civic-minded souls, and we really look forward to partnering with you. So come on board.
Very good. Well, thank you all. This was great and very informative. Appreciate it. And for those listening in, again, donations are well received. Build days, we're looking always for volunteers. And thank you very much for joining and hearing more about South Shore Habitat for Humanity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.